Have you ever had the door slammed in your face? Today we will dive deep into the art of turning the tide in the face of rejection, inspired no less than by the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Imagine living in a world where every no does not knock you down but pushes you further. Rejection, which often hurts, can become your highest step towards self-esteem and greatness. It's not about cheating fate, but understanding that sometimes the universe's no is a hidden yes to something better. If you feel neglected, ignored, or undervalued, it's time to change the script. In this video, we will reveal 9 powerful lessons that will teach you to harness the power of rejection. Stay tuned until the end of the video because we will not be talking about theory, but about real-world practical strategies that you can apply in your daily life. Before we start, make sure this wisdom reaches as many people as possible by liking the video and sharing it. Let's start this transformative journey together. Are you ready to turn your rejections into your greatest victories? Let's start. 1. Ignore them. Even when life offers you the ice of indifference, raise your stance. Ignoring those who ignore you is not a petty act, but a powerful statement of your worth. Imagine this. Someone decides that you are not worth their time. That's their problem, not yours. By choosing not to engage, you are declaring, "I am worth more." It's like turning a mirror towards them, silently reflecting their behavior and showing them that it does not affect you. How to do it without falling into bitterness is simple. Focus on your life, your goals, and your happiness. Immerse yourself in activities that enrich you, whether it's reading, sports, learning a new skill, or simply enjoying the company of those who really appreciate your presence. It's not about getting back at someone, but about reclaiming your energy and directing it towards what really matters. Sometimes rejection hurts, but instead of being trapped in that pain, use it as a push to grow. Build a fortress of self-esteem and let their indifference crash against it. You are not only overcoming their rejection, but you are thriving despite it. Such a mindset will demonstrate your emotional maturity and also reflect your inner strength. Remember, your value does not diminish due to someone's inability to recognize it. Stay true to yourself and let your actions resonate louder than their silence. Well, don't react. Rejection can hurt, pushing you to react emotionally and letting your emotions dominate you. But here's a secret weapon taken from the book of the Stoics: serenity. When someone ignores you, it's easy for frustration or sadness to take over. However, Stoicism, a philosophy as relevant today as it was in ancient Greece, offers a different path. Embrace a composed and reflective response. It's not about suppressing your feelings, but not letting them control you. When you are ignored, instead of getting angry or seeking approval, take a step back and ask yourself why it bothers you. Often rejection itself is not what hurts, but our personal insecurities. Here is where we need to be practical. If they ignore you, breathe deeply and reflect on why that moment does not define you. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our actions and responses, not on others' behavior. Remain polite and kind. If you feel the need to communicate, do so genuinely without expecting anything in return. It's not about being passive, but having control over your own emotions. Recognize that your worth is not tied to others' approval. Your power lies in how you respond, not in how you are treated. Adopting this mindset is not easy, but it is highly useful. By mastering calmness, you not only face difficult situations, but grow by learning that your inner peace does not depend on external approval, but on your inner confidence. Showing true strength and resilience is extremely attractive. People are drawn to those who are confident and do not crumble in the face of indifference. So, by keeping calm, you are not only managing the situation but dominating it, becoming someone capable of facing rejection and transforming it into a powerful means towards personal growth. 3. Erase it from your mind. When you face rejection, mastering the art of detachment becomes a powerful weapon in your arsenal. It's not about forgetting or pretending that the rejection didn't hurt you, but about transforming that experience into something transformative. Start by acknowledging the rejection and feel the impact, but don't let it cling to your thoughts. Then imagine the rejection not as an obstacle, but as a detour sign guiding you towards new paths and possibilities. Immerse yourself in activities that enrich your spirit and broaden your horizons. Read books that challenge your thinking, practice sports that test your limits, or volunteer in community projects that offer you a new perspective. These are not mere diversions, they are steps towards self-improvement. As you proceed on this journey, you will discover that what once seemed like a painful rejection was actually a push towards a more satisfying path. 5. Break off contact. Silence is not just the absence of sound, but a powerful tool in your emotional arsenal, especially when dealing with rejection. Imagine being ignored or rejected. Your instinct may be to resolve the situation, to contact and close that gap. However, here you need to change perspective and embrace silence. It's not about playing emotional games, but about regaining your power. When you choose not to react, not to bombard with messages or calls, you're stepping back. This pause is not only for the other person but for yourself. It's a time to evaluate, to reconsider your self-esteem and independence from someone else's approval. This silence is strategic and active. You're not just waiting, you're reflecting and growing. This period of no contact is not cold or inconsiderate. It's a boundary you're setting for your mental peace. You're saying, I respect myself enough not to chase or beg. This approach is very powerful. It says a lot about your self-esteem and confidence. Consider the silent message you're sending. In a world where everyone expects instant responses, your silence can be intriguing, even attractive. It shows that you're not easily shaken, that you have a life full of interests and priorities beyond that rejection. It's not about making the other person regret or come crawling back. It's about showing that you're firm, centered, and not easily influenced by external validation. This approach does not guarantee a change in their behavior, but ensures a change in yours, strengthening you and preparing you to face what comes with grace and composure. 6. I know. Show them they are wrong. This is not simply about contradicting others, but demonstrating to yourself what you are truly capable of. It's about turning a no into fuel for your growth. Imagine that someone doubts your abilities in a specific task or skill. This is your opportunity to perfect that skill, not to seek their approval, but to surpass your own limits. Immerse yourself in learning, practice tirelessly, and show a level of competence that even you didn't know you possessed. This is not about making a big show for the doubters, but about quietly building a fortress of competence and self-esteem within yourself. The impact of your actions more than your words is what counts. There is no need to announce your plans or progress. Let your results speak for you. If they label you as uncreative, undertake a project that shows your creativity. If they consider you uncommitted, make your consistent actions your response. This silent revolution of self-improvement is not a struggle against others' perceptions, but a pursuit of personal excellence. And when your perception of yourself changes, there's a high chance of showing them they are wrong. In any case, this is not merely about proving them wrong, but about redefining what success means to you. And on this journey, the greatest victory is realizing that the only approval that truly matters is the one you give yourself. Keep cultivating this awareness and act accordingly, because in the end, your personal evaluation is what matters most. 7. Get up, get out, and have fun. The true essence of life shines brighter when we step out of our comfort zone. Embracing joy is not just about having fun, it's a strategy for building resilience when facing rejection. The typical reaction is to withdraw and immerse oneself in the bitterness of the experience. But here's a reversal, of course. Counteract that instinct by deliberately seeking joy. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings, but giving them a new space to express themselves. At the same time, continue to engage in activities that bring you joy and satisfaction. Do something you love, socialize with friends or family who make you feel appreciated and supported. Fun not only helps you overcome difficult times, but also reminds you that there is much more to life beyond a single rejection. Remember that your value is not determined by a single event or someone else's reaction. Be kind to yourself as you face rejection and leverage the lessons you can learn from these experiences to grow and progress. Over time, you will find that you can turn rejection into an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resolved in pursuing your goals and realizing your potential. 8. Build your social status. Imagine yourself in a room being practically ignored, almost invisible. Herein lies your hidden opportunity. Transform these moments of rejection into catalysts for personal development. Instead of seeking external approval, focus on social participation. Activities such as fitness, exploring hobbies, or promotions or successes in your career are not simple tasks, but tools to sculpt a stronger and more resilient self. When you share your journey, do it not seeking applause, but seeking connections. Discuss your interests or achievements as a bridge to find others who identify with your story. It's not a strategy to gain followers, but a sincere attempt to connect with like-minded souls. By participating in volunteering or networking, you are not just adding points to your resume, but you are weaving a web of meaningful relationships. This perspective is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, where personal growth and contribution to the common good are intertwined in building your social status. The intention is primordial. It is not about seeking popularity, but embarking on a journey towards an improved version of yourself. Every step you take must be a step towards improvement, with a domino effect that benefits the community. This perspective is essential. It's not about being seen, but about seeing your own development and at the same time helping others grow. This Stoic mindset becomes a powerful tool for navigating the modern world, turning rejection into a powerful wave of positive transformation. 9. Act as if they don't exist when you're faced with someone who repeatedly and disrespectfully ignores you. Sometimes the most powerful response is silence. It's not about being petty or cold, but about respecting your inner peace. If someone chooses to ignore your presence, let them. Don't waste your energy trying to get their attention or start a conversation. Focus your attention on a social context that deserves it more. This might mean turning to someone who truly appreciates your company and starting a conversation there. It's about recognizing that your worth is not defined by the recognition of others. In the inevitable interactions with those who ignore you or do not respect you, maintain professionalism, brief and concise conversations without delving into personal matters. It's not about showing superiority, but about taking care of your own emotional well-being. If indifference persists, consider the possibility of distancing yourself. This is not a sign of weakness, but a strategic retreat. Recognize that your energy is better invested in relationships and activities that bring you joy and growth. By choosing not to participate in a one-sided conflict, you not only avoid losing energy, but you move towards more promising opportunities and a calmer mental state. Your response to indifference is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to your strength and respect for yourself. In conclusion, dealing with rejection requires a combination of emotional resilience, self-awareness, and practical strategies. By using these lessons and adopting a positive approach, you can transform rejection from an obstacle into a resource for personal growth and success. Be kind to yourself along the way and always remember your intrinsic value. With time and practice, you will become increasingly capable of handling rejection and turning it into an opportunity to become your best version. We wholeheartedly hope that the video was useful to you and enriched your soul. Subscribe to the Pearls of Wisdom channel so you don't miss any similar content, and we'll see you at the next appointment.